Hello and welcome. Come on in, guys. It's Dominique. Today, our topic is how to go from vision to reality. Yep, we're just getting started. We're setting up the room. Go ahead and tap the link at the top to stay connected with the club. Thank you for checking us out. We're going to go ahead and add a link to the top. If you want to go there before, it's bit.ly/10x course online. So I'm going to add that to the top. And let me know if you're able to access it. One thing I appreciate is having a link at the top so that we can stay connected. So let's see. Let me see. Oh, course online. There's no. Okay. Let me fix the link. All right, that should work. Oh. Okay, now it should work. Yes, we're good. We're good. All right, everyone. So come on in. I want to have a resource for you that helps you take this conversation further. Okay. One thing I know is when you come in here and we, share and we drop lots of nuggets, what you leave with is the notes that you either take or what you remember. And to make that even more more actionable for you, go ahead and tap the link at the top, fill it out, and I'll send you my PDF, my latest guide on the 3 ways that I have 10x my income from since I've started coaching, because it is something that if you haven't started building your online presence, that's what we're going to talk about. How to go from vision to reality. Yesterday I had a vision board strategy session, and I'm actually having another one today. If you need a vision board accountability partner, then just go ahead and send me a DM, because I am supporting anyone who still needs to write their vision and make it plain for the new year. If you're interested in a vision board session, go ahead and send me a DM. Actually, if you're interested, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. I can actually, I'd love to see who is interested in a 2023 vision board session. Okay. Now, a vision board is the concept. All right. You can write it out. You can make it into pictures using photographs online, but mainly it's having a vision and then writing a plan. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Let's see who would be interested in that. Go ahead and type a 1 in the chat. All right. Also, I shared out the room. Go ahead and share out the room while you're here. send this into the hallway. Let people know that we're in here. And if you're interested in coming up, come on up. Come on up. Raise your hand. I don't know what you might be doing, so I don't want to scare you off. You might be busy and you're just able to listen, and we want to respect that. Okay, we want to respect that. All right, welcome into Educate Your Space, guys. This is a support room where we help you with accountability, around achieving your goals. Very, very important at this time. Very, very important. It's one thing to, look at the last 12 months, but you got to look forward also, and you got to make a list. What are your milestones? What did you accomplish this year? It's the first thing. You've got to take stock in what you accomplished this year. Make sure that you're giving yourself plenty of credit where credit is due, so that you are able to build upon your milestones. Okay. One thing we don't do is build on our milestones. We've kind of, here's the thing. You need to grow the momentum of what you're doing. So, if you are seeing traction, you got to build on that traction. One mistake that we make in business is actually drying up our momentum. It's easy to dry up your momentum. You've got a little bit of traction, and then you don't build upon that traction. If you miss the opportunity to build upon that traction, it's like you're starting over. Okay, take it from me. What happened to me was I was building my tutoring business, teaching kids online, and I was stuck in between ramping up my ads and keeping the same level of interest or leads, right? So guess what happened to those leads? Those leads started to dry up. And also there were three things happening at the same time. It was lead generation, it was paying for those leads, and it was sales conversations. So I wanted it to be kind of equal. If I wasn't converting the sales conversation, I didn't want to pay for the leads. And that is something I heard a lot in my cohort. Okay. I don't want to pay for the leads if I'm not going to, convert them. I don't want to pay for the leads if they're bad leads, So we would not optimize. And when you don't optimize, that means, better copy, better leads, and better conversions, then the system dries up. Okay. Very, very simply, very easily. So I'm on the back end of that right now. Also, now I'm talking about milestones, right? So we can have milestones, which is what we accomplished, okay? And then we can talk about ramping up, that momentum, ramping it up so we can have bigger milestones and bigger results. That's what I'm talking about. So this happened to me, and I'm on the back end of that. And this time I'm supporting my cold outreach. That means people who don't know me, like you guys, you've right now you've seen me, you're talking to me. You can go back on my replays. You can go to my Instagram. You can go to my YouTube channel. You can go to my digital business card. You can fill out this form I have at the top. Well, there are people who see me in ads that I run, and they don't know me at all. So how do I optimize that, right? How do I optimize that? So what I did was, what this is also in the cohort that I was in, they told you, do a lot of organic, which is what I'm doing right now, talking to you, opening up a dialogue, reaching out. So when you do the cold advertising, that means straight up, putting your stuff in front of people. It's a one-way channel. When you do organic, it's hope you want them to talk back to you, right? Like you can come on stage, you can type in the chat, you can share out the room and bring more people. It's interactive. Okay. So while I was not optimizing my outbound cold advertising, I also was not optimizing my warm lead, organic outreach for in on platforms where people see me all the time. All right, guys. So that is definitely something that you need to take stock of. You need to take stock of what worked, okay? What and how can I grow what worked? And then boom, what did not work? All right, what did not work? And how can I set that out as a project? How can I set that up as a project? And so going forward, because this room is all about support, of course, we're going to be setting out like, okay, what's your project? What are you working on? Because if you have interest in evolving, that means, hey, I'm not staying the same, because nothing stays the same, right? We see that with Mother Nature. We see that with the weather. Like, things happen, and next thing you know, you're just starting all over again, right? And you were not prepared. So when you set out to recognize your milestones, and then you set out to come up with a plan of a growth plan, right? And then from the growth plan, of course, plan your projects. Hey, you are moving. You are moving. You've got to move your feet. So this room today, how to go from vision to reality, you already know. You already know. If you don't have a plan to succeed, if you don't have a plan to move forward, guess what? Whatever is happening all around you it's already in the works. Okay? So you're going to be responding to what happens instead of moving no matter what happens. How about that? How about that? Okay? Which do you prefer? Do you want to respond because you might not have the tools or energy? You don't know what's coming. You don't know what it's going to cost. However, if you're making moves, if you already have a plan and you have a project and you're taking those steps, guess what? Hey, whatever's happening is probably happening behind you, not in front of you. Okay? And if it is happening in front of you, guess what? You are more likely to spot a trend and divert it or avoid it or completely smash it because you're building up your tools, you're building up your enforcements, whatever you have to do. I hope this is making sense. I really hope this is making sense because guys, we already know, the only thing that is constant in life is change. If you are not prepared and ready to change, change is happening anyway. All right. So you're either going to be, you're going to be on the right side of it, or you're going to be on the, the other side of it, which you have a choice, right? We have a choice. So how do we go ahead and take on these projects and walk through the steps. Okay. So what I did was, of course, I surrounded myself with, great people, with mentors, with coaches, with programs. Okay. Because I'm a school teacher. So we don't, we don't learn by ourselves. We find people who help us, right? You can, of course, uh, read by yourself and research by yourself, things like that. But you need to network. You have to network your way through because you can't get there by yourself. All right. If you want to go fast, yeah, you can do it by yourself. If you want to go far, you're going to have to do it with other people and be smart about it. Okay. Give into collaboration. Give into collaboration. That doesn't mean, everybody. Just make sure that you're open. Okay. Make sure that you're open and make sure that not only are you open, but go ahead and just be prepared to pick up, the pieces. Like I've been with other people, I've been by myself, whatever, but I'm always open. I'm always open. I stay in training. I stay with mentors. I stay with cohorts. I stay with like-minded, I stay with partners. I reach out. Like I'm not trying to like find stuff out by chance. I seek out the right information. Partnerships do come and go, but I'm open and I get the right information. You can always work alongside other people. Okay. If you want a team, great. You can grow into the leader that gets the team and keeps the team and grows the team. Okay. Cause that's a skill set. Okay. Growing a team, keeping a team is a skill set. All right. However, when that spirit of collaboration, of working with others, that's fundamental. That's foundation. That's mindset. Okay. Stop with like, I can do this by myself. I'm a one man band. That doesn't work. That's not going to work. It can only work for so long. Okay. If you're interested in more, guess what? You got to open up. You got to delegate. Okay. You got to delegate. You got to bring other people in. There's some shortcomings to you doing things by yourself. All right. What in some areas of your life, you open, you, just gladly hand over responsibilities. And then in other ways, you're reluctant or scared or fearful of handing over responsibilities. Why? Why? So get the education, get the, there are safety measures, safekeeping measures, be smart, be smart. People are people, people are fallible. Everybody screws up, of course. It doesn't mean you get a team and then, they're angels and you turn your back. No, you've got to have checks and balances. Even in the U.S. congressional system, the executive system is set up with checks and balances. Okay, we got to check each other. What are we doing? How are we moving this thing along, and making sure that we stay honest, truthful, and accountable? Okay, so keep yourself accountable, and then hold others accountable who you bring on as team members. Of course, nobody's saying do things blindly. All right. All right. I hope this is making sense. Let's see who we have in the audience, guys. We're talking about 2023, how to go from vision to reality. Okay. Are there any questions or comments? Oh, thank you, Cloud9, for your comment. Super interesting and important. Okay. What's interesting? What's important? Tell me, tell me, tell me. I would like to know. Okay, I'm going to add my digital business card in the chat as well. And you can find some resources here. All right, guys. All right. So, yeah, thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you in the next room.